Hi, this is Rob from Lincoln Electronics, inviting you to catch the excitement of football on HDTV. We have low prices, service after the sale, and 7 delivery are available. This month's specials: 32-inch TV for $4.99, 42-inch TV for $7.99, and a 50-inch TV for $9.99. Lincoln Electronics is your place to buy HDTV. Lincoln Electronics, 1358 Lincoln Way East, Chambersburg, or check us out online at lincolnelectronics.com.
Welcome to PO Sports Talk. I'm Ed Gottwald along with Joel Rainier. My apologies for acting a little giddy tonight, which is Monday night. My Broncos just beat the hated Chargers to go 6-0. Joel's Phillies just rallied to beat the Dodgers in the bottom of the ninth, causing Joel to run around the place like a wild man.
Sorry.
And the Yankees lost. I mean,
yes.
The only way it got any better is if Greencastle hadn't fumbled the ball 3 times on kicks in the second half and lost to Susquehanna Township tonight. I guess you can't have everything.
Right.
Let's take a look at high school football games for the upcoming week, which is week 8. We have Central Dauphin at Chambersburg on Friday at 7. That's the Trojans' homecoming. We have Greencastle at Northern at 7. Palmyra at James Buchanan at 7 o'clock. Shippensburg at Big Spring at 7 o'clock for the Little Brown Jug game. And Redland is at Waynesboro at 7:30. That's Waynesboro's homecoming. We'll start off with Central Dauphin at Chambersburg. Joel, we have Trojans took a pretty good beating last week from Bishop McDevitt, but then everybody McDevitt's played this year has done the same thing. They scored over 40 points against everybody.
Yeah, I guess that #1 ranking is pretty much worthy for them.
Yeah.
They pretty much handled Chambersburg after the first drive, and they have too many weapons to be stopped. But Chambersburg defense is going to have to lock it down here this week. This is the one they need here. This is probably the playoff determiner, I'd say.
Yeah, it could be. I think Central Dauphin has scored a lot of points, but they've also given up a lot of points. So I really don't see this being a low-scoring game, unless the weather's bad again. It's supposed to be possible rain again, but I think both teams are capable of putting a lot of points on the board, and neither defense is really that strong. So
Playoffs, if you want to say the P word, they should win this one for the Trojans. I think so.
Well, if they can win this one and they beat Carlisle next week, that should be enough to get in. So
right. You don't want to go down to that last week having to beat State College to make it, because they're pretty formidable as well.
Yeah, although they only beat CD East 21-3 on Sunday, and it was 3-0 East after 3 quarters.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Unbelievable.
Wow. So there's
hope.
There's hope. Yeah.
All right, Greencastle comes off the Susquehanna Township game tonight and has to play at Northern on Friday at 7. And this game, two one-loss teams, and this is for the Capital Division title because they're both undefeated in the division and nobody else is going to beat them. So it's essentially a championship game.
Yeah, I think Greencastle will have to lick its wounds pretty quick. Not sure they got the fair end of a game being postponed because of the weather, especially a game on turf. Now they have to play, after playing a tough game Monday, have to come back Friday and get ready for another challenge on the road. I'm not sure how they'll be able to handle that, but I'm sure Chuck will try and get his kids ready in time.
But let's just make sure we're clear here. Susquehanna Township has a turf field. They postponed the game Friday, from what I understand, from what you told me, because they were worried about they wouldn't have enough gate sales to make much
That's
money.
what the rumor was at the game.
And then Joel goes to the game tonight. There's hardly anybody there anyway. So.
Yeah, it wasn't that packed. So Greencastle brought a good crowd. They just saw some blunders at the end of the game that really, changed their momentum. They were up 24-13 and were getting the ball back on the punt, fumbled it, and then Ben Dupree did his magic the rest of the game.
Yeah. We have Palmyra, James Buchanan. Palmyra's got a pretty good season going this year, so another tough game for JB. I will say about JB, they were ahead of Steel High Monday night, 7-6 in the first quarter. So at least that's something positive.
Well, they've been scoring points behind Tyson Keith and Casey Worrell. They just haven't been able to stop anybody.
Yeah. And then we have Shippensburg at Big Spring in the annual Little Brown Jug game. Shippensburg is kind of a mystery team here. We really thought they had a chance to do some damage at the end of the year here, but go ahead.
Maybe they like to fly under the radar. They
well,
touted them up here for a little bit, and then they lost 2 mind-boggling games after another, especially Waynesboro, who was winless. And give Waynesboro credit for sure, but Ship seemed to be the better team going in.
Yeah, now they play Big Spring, which is obviously their big rival. Big Spring has had a little bit of a comeback year here. I think they've lost 3 in a row after the first 2 wins. So It's a pretty even game. I'm not sure how to call that one.
I don't think either team has thrown for more than 100 yards on the season combined. Seriously, both teams will run the ball, and that could be a game that's over by 8:30. We might like that.
And then the last game was Redland at Waynesboro. Waynesboro's had some trouble with illness and some injuries lately, and that really made a difference. But it looks like they must have got some people back for last night's game against Shippensburg because they did a great job.
And a W cures all the ills, you know what I mean? I mean, just to be able to beat Ship in a game like that, especially on the road, should give them a boost going into this week, though. With low numbers and stuff, coming back and playing 2 games in 1 week, that may be tough.
Yeah, but I think Redland is beatable, so if they're still on a high from beating Ship, they got a shot. All right, for PO Sports Talk, have a great week and enjoy the games.